China announces new crackdown on fentanyl and win for US President Trump. The Chinese government will add fentanyl-related substances to their list of controlled drugs from May 1, in a move aimed at curtailing the manufacturing and distribution of one of the world's most powerful opioids. The new laws are likely to be interpreted as win for US President Donald Trump, who has taken a strong stance against fentanyl and was full of praise for China in December 2018 when President Xi Jinping first agreed to the move. An extremely powerful synthetic drug, fentanyl is 50 to 100 times more potent than morphine and 30 to 50 times more potent than heroin. According to the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, fentanyl was used in 1 in 4 overdose deaths in the U.S. in 2018, killing just over 18,000 people in 1 year and overtaking heroin and oxycodone as the country's most deadly drug. On Monday, China's Ministry of Public Security, National Health Commission and the National Medical Products Administration came together to make the announcement at a press conference in Beijing. Liu Yuezhen, deputy head of China's National Narcotics Control Commission, called the move a major. The top anti-narcotics official said the new regulation would prevent drug labs from evading the law by simply tweaking chemical structures of their products. Liu stressed that China would enforce its laws even. China banned the manufacture and sale of 4 types of fentanyl in March 2017 and later expanded the list to 25 types, but the Trump administration had been pushing for a wider ban to slow the flow of the deadly drug into the U.S. In August 2018, Trump accused China of being behind the U.S. opioid crisis, claiming fentanyl was pouring. Chinese authorities have long stressed their close cooperation with U.S. partners to crack down on the shipping of fentanyl, including the installation of thousands of security check machines. On Monday, Liu denied Washington's accusation that China was the primary source for fentanyl substances in the U.S., pointing a finger at U.S. domestic issues ranging from overprescription of painkillers to the powerful pharmaceutical lobby. The Chinese official expressed regret over recent U.S. indictments on several Chinese nationals for their roles in distributing fentanyl in the U.S., calling such unilateral moves harmful. Beijing first agreed to make all variations of fentanyl a controlled substance during trade talks between Trump and Xi in early December on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Argentina. The primary purpose of the meeting was to avoid further escalations in the raging trade war between Washington and Beijing, which has seen billions of dollars of tariffs placed on U.S. and Chinese goods. The announcement of a starting date for the new laws comes amid ongoing trade talks between the two countries, which have raised hopes of a potential deal to lift tariffs and ease tensions. Chinese official Trump and Xi are expected to meet again to sign an eventual agreement in the coming months.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.